What drugs are you using out here?
Heroin, fentanyl, whatever you want to call it. Trank.
Is that the only drug you use?
No, I smoke crack too.
All right, so you have some expensive habits. How do you support your habits? There's no judgment.
I don't know. Different things.
Welcome to Kensington, Philadelphia, known as the Badlands, America's largest open-air drug market, where every corner holds a story of loss and despair.
What's your name, sis?
Sarah.
Nice to meet you, Sarah.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you, dear. How old are you?
33.
What day you was born? What month?
August 9th, 1991.
Yo, what sign is that?
Leo, gang gang.
Oh, shout out to all the Leos. Show your sign some love. So tell us, Sarah, let's do a little throwback. Take us down memory lane. Paint us a picture of your household. What was it like?
Well, I'm an only child. My mom and dad got married once they found out they were pregnant with me. And they basically been married. They took like a 4-year break at one point because they were young, just to make sure that that's everything they wanted. But if you ask my mom, they've been married for 34 years straight, and she won't talk about the 4 years. But my household, my family, there's lots of love, lots of caring. But with that, there's also a lot of chaos. And let's just say my family struggles like I do, just not all the same drugs. My mom and me are just like the same person, but she has 7 years clean now. She was more of like a really bad like alcoholic anyway. My dad, yeah, I'm a daddy's girl. You know, I played basketball, I cheered, I did Irish dancing for a little bit too. My mom's side's Irish, my dad's side's Italian, and me and him are super duper close. His birthday actually just passed. He turned 59.
Now, let's talk about favorite childhood memories. Can you think of any?
I mean, I do have some.
Take your time.
My family went to the beach every single summer together. And my grandparents had me like a lot. I went on vacation like Niagara Falls with them in Canada when I was like 12. And they like always tried, you know, like my grandparents were my mom's side of the family and dad's side of the family is very different. Like my mom's side of the family, we all grew up in Norristown. I think struggled a little bit more. But it was like a really funny, crazy household, you know. My dad's side of the family, you know, they were all right. You know what I mean? It was a little bit stricter, so it's like two different dynamics. Like for Christmas, for example, I had to be dressed up in perfect to walk on my dad's side. Once I get to my other grandmom's, I threw all my dresses off and put my sweatpants back on. But you know, like for example, we're a huge football family, all of us. When you go into my grandparents' house, which we now own, because my mom's both parents are dead now, all I left is my one grandma. When you walk down the steps, you can go to the left. That's how you get out the kitchen, to the backyard and leave. You can go to the right and you go in front of the TV. I promise you, on Sundays, if you walk past that TV, you're getting beer cans thrown at you, something's getting thrown at you. And like you just wasn't allowed to do that. It was football Sunday, period. I saw the Eagles win in Minnesota. Me and my ex-girlfriend went there. It was the most amazing dream. I brought my grandfather's cross, yeah, this green we're Catholic, Irish Catholic on my mom's side. He had this green Catholic cross that he always wore, and he left it when he passed to me. Well, to my mom, and mom gave it to me, so I wore it during the game. I don't know, I really just love stuff like that. Like, we had a huge family with Thanksgiving. Like, both my grandmas can cook, but my nanny used to have the best pumpkin pie, and she made me my own for myself. Like, no one was allowed to eat my pumpkin pie, and everybody else had it. My dad never, like, missed a game. Like, he always helped me practice. I was more of a tomboy growing up. I was really tall. like my whole life. By the 5th grade, I was 5'5". I've been the same height I have since the 9th grade. I never missed school, but I was a very, very angry child. I have anxiety, depression, PTSD, and borderline personality disorder. So like, I'm not an easy, and I got a mouth. I got a mouth on me. I'm very defiant. I got picked on for being so tall for so long, like that I just started beating people up, even the guys, because like it wasn't fair. You know what I mean? Like I hated it. It hurt my feelings so much. So like I didn't like anything about myself. I was extremely insecure with my height. I would even shrink myself down. Like from doing that for so long, like I have the worst posture. The only time like anything was cool about me being tall was when I played basketball. Really. But I had a lot of friends though too. Like every weekend, I got a job at McDonald's when I turned 14. I would work a lot, and then, on the weekends, party with my friends. That's when Xannies and Klonopins came into my life too, and we all were doing them, and we didn't realize that Oxy 80 was an opiate, and that we got addicted to them the way that we did. And so one day I didn't have anything. And my friend had some in school, and he had to explain to me, like, hey, like, you're sick. I was like, what do you mean I'm sick? He's like, yeah, you're sick because you don't have any pills on you. I had no idea what happened. So then, that's when, like, everything started taking off, right? My best friend, her name was Ashley Nicole Biller. Like, let's say our acquaintances, started grabbing everything. And our friend got a brand new car, and it was our other friend's 23rd birthday. Now, we hung out with everybody older than us. When I turned 17, which is, I'll explain that in a second, I meet my second boyfriend, and he's 27.
When you was 17, he was 27?
Yeah. But before that happens, right, in 2008, I lose my shit, basically. My best friend, they get the car, they're playing with the car, go to do a burnout. They end up smacking a pothole, hit into a tree. She ends up flying out the back window. And like the tractor trailers for 18-wheelers put their, the backs there. When she flew out the back of the window, her head hit the corner and died on impact. I don't think that was my first time experiencing death in my life. I walked into the house, my dad called off work, and I just screamed. That was so hard to deal with. And then my other best friend, who I ended up living with when I turned 16 because me and my mom can't get along. Her stepdad ended up dying that June. And then my grandparents that I'm with all the time. August 6th, my Diddy dies. It's the grandfather in Russian. And August 9th, I turned 16, and on the 16th, I overdosed for the first time. When I get out of rehab is when I meet my ex-boyfriend. He sold heroin and crack. He basically used me as like a mule to like supply our high school. But I didn't know like that's what it was at the time. I just thought like, I don't know, back then any badass rapper type of drug selling tattooed man got me wrapped around your finger, because that was what I was so attracted to back then. He was from Newark, New Jersey. His mom brought him over to PA because he was getting in trouble there. He was Greek, Puerto Rican, and Italian. And he was such a piece of shit. We told my dad he was 20, or like 22, some shit like that.
What?
And he was pissed about that because I was only 17 at the time. I was about to be 18. So I turned 18, and my best friend, her boyfriend gets locked up. My dad was the CEO in a county around here for 16 years. So we gotta run the IDs, right? His friend's like, my man, your daughter's boyfriend's 10 years older than her. He's like, well, she's not. My dad came home and smacked the shit out of me. He's like, don't ever let that man in my house again. I will break his knees so bad. Because he already knew what it was. Right? And it's all. I was with him for the next 4 years. I turned 18 in August, November. I catch my first case. I take as much charges as I can because he was already on probation. And that starts my jail time. 18, I go in for the first time. I'm only there for like a few days. They released me to go to rehab. Once I get to rehab, I ran. I hid somewhere for like 6 months. I went in front of this girl, some dope that I was friends with since the 5th grade. And she tells the cops where I'm hiding. I get locked up again. So this is my first time with the first violation. That's 19 or 20. Basically 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I spent all the time in jail. I done like a total of like 5.5 years when you put all my time together. Every single time they lock me up, you know, you just go to jail, and I had a detox, which was a bitch, but heroin was only like a 4-day detox back then. And I didn't care. I did not care. I just wanted to get high. I didn't want to die necessarily, but I didn't care if I died. You know? But I will say this, my probation officer, as much of a pain in the ass she was, she really cared. So anytime I gave her a dirty, she would stamp severe heroin addict on my folder. And anytime I gave her a dirty urine, it was instant jail time. Which most people get like 2-3 chances when you're in rehab. She didn't give me a chance for shit. She's like, I'm not fucking around with you. She's like, you're gonna kill yourself and not on my watch. So finally, like, I don't know if my head like starts to clear when I turn 24, but me and my mom get in a big fight right before I get locked up. She's like, you're a bum, you didn't go to college, you don't have a car, you don't have a license, and it starts coming at my neck right before I went to jail, and that's the only thing that kept playing. So I finally go in front of the judge. I said, please force me to rehab in a recovery house. I want to try this. It was my first time actually trying to get clean. I ended up getting a year clean. I relapsed for a day, and I get like 9 months. I relapsed for a day. I got like 2 years. My ex-girlfriend at the time, she relapses, and I try to like save her, but it brings me down. And this is when I meet my ex-boyfriend Chris. We ended up working together at the Grand Lux Cafe. He becomes like a big, huge part of my story. And
you mumbling.
Oh, he becomes a big, huge part of my story.
So do you realize that stuff do that to you when you like in the middle of something? You just
No,
go out?
I had no idea.
You don't know. So you're not the only one. A lot of people don't notice that they're really nodding out.
Sorry.
No, you were around just trying to make sure you were aware of what's going on. Continue, love.
Oh yeah. So Chris and me ended up getting together. Chris is not an addict. He comes from a very nice family. But COVID hits during this time, right? I'm clean the whole entire time me and her together. I explained to him about who I am and my life. Him and his brother want to create a business on Amazon. So they didn't know what they wanted to do. His brother wanted to do a candle business because he likes science, so he wants to find like the perfect candle formula. So then I said, let's do an astrology candle business. They hate astrology. They think it's stupid. I was like, I'm telling you. We ended up creating a business within our 3rd year. We made over $1 million in revenue. This is one of our necklaces right here. This is the Leo symbol.
Okay. Yeah, you got to show me now. Later on, I'll do a close-up of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up.
You know, we ended up doing it for a while, but he ends up getting a new job. Me and him, we break up. You know, we stayed friends. We're still friends. You know, whenever I'm clean, like he's always there for me. He always looks out for me. But we just couldn't like come back from where we were. I ended up overdosing in the house, and he calls my sponsor. She helps get me to rehab, but within 5 minutes he's back to work on the laptop. I mean, he can't stay off of work. But I go to rehab. I run into a friend of mine, and me and him end up dating. We're clean like our first year together. It was great. He has a daughter. She's beautiful, super smart. We're gonna go on vacation with like his family and everything, and you know, just like having fun with the kid and everything. It's like I wanted that. I really did want that. We ended up getting high, and we couldn't stay out of Kensington for like the next 3 years, on and off, more on than off. He went to jail, got clean, and has been doing good for almost a year now. I got 6 months clean since then, and I just started using it again a couple months ago. And you know, he reached out to my mom. My mom said, you know, give her like space and time. You two shouldn't like start talking right again. Reached out to my best friend. She said the same exact thing. One thing led to another up where I'm from. I started getting high. Got kicked off the methadone clinic. I've been back down here now.
What's your living status right now?
I live with my friend in an apartment.
So you have
it's her uncle's apartment. I stay there mostly.
Who was the one person in this world that you love the most?
That's hard because I love my baba and my dad, my mom, and I honestly miss my ex-boyfriend that I was down here with. I love him. I haven't been with anybody since it's almost a year.
What is it going to take to get you out of here?
I'm not really sure. I feel like I don't really have like a purpose per se. And until like I find that, I'm not like fighting towards anything. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm just kind of stagnant, so I just sit.
Yeah, if drugs wasn't part of your life, where you think you would be in life right now?
I don't know, whenever drugs aren't part of my life, like I live in a beautiful home, you know, I work. I'm not exactly sure where, but something like that.
If your friends and your family see this video, what message would you like to send to them? Think.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's alright. I said think.
Yeah, I am. Mm-hmm. I don't feel like I can give them any more messages or explanations or say anything else. It's been so many years. Like,
okay.
Of course, I don't want to disappoint them anymore. I'm sorry.
If you had 3 wishes in the world, what would your 3 wishes be?
For my family to always be safe and know they're loved.
Okay.
And like clearly have like my own little one. I wish to just to take my addiction away.
You're doing good, love. We're almost to the end, all right?
Mm-hmm.
You're almost there. You can do this. All right, so there are a lot of people in this world who judge people who struggle with drug addiction. What's your message for the world?
Everybody struggles with some sort of addiction that brings pain, whether it be drugs, gambling, sex, porn, you name it. So, and when it ends up happening to somebody in your family or somebody you're close to, and you realize how much pain it brings and suffering they don't mean to put on people, you understand the struggle also, because it's going to come.
And this one is to take us home. If people want to reach out to you to help you with advice or be your friend, do you have an email they can write you on?
Yeah.
You can say it out loud.
It's Gravs, GRAVVVS 9133 @gmail.
Don't give up hope. You're young, you're beautiful, you still have everything there. You don't want to be in a wheelchair, lose an arm or a leg or your life, none of those things, right? Mm-hmm. And there are places out here to help you when you are ready. You just gotta be serious and take the steps. All right, so let's wrap things up, all right, love? Thank you so much for your time.